What's up, guys? My name's Hector, and today I'm going to be telling you whether or not I sold my car. So let's jump right into it. I actually did sell my car. I weighed across all the pros and cons, and I actually sold it to now a subscriber. And it's going to stay local, or not local to Orlando, but it is going to stay in the state of Florida. He's a big-time collector. He has multiple different cars. Obviously don't want to give out too much information just because of privacy purposes, but I'm happy that it is going to where it's going. And I'll give you the price because a lot of people were commenting on the video that I made about the eBay sale. Mine was just a touch under. It was at $58,000 was the agreed upon price. I did have one more interested buyer based out in California, but that deal ultimately fell through because the one based in Florida was an all cash deal, quick transaction. So the vehicle, today is Friday the 15th. Next Friday they will be picking up the vehicle, so I'm sad to see it go, but also I've learned a lot about it because purchasing this car, I was kind of on the edge. Do I want to keep it for life? Do I want to drive it for a little bit and then turn around and sell it for what I paid for and just break even? And or do I want to like start investing more? Because I mean I'm really big into personal finance investing, and I mean I'm only 24 years old, so this is the most expensive purchase I've ever made in my life. And so I started to weigh the pros and cons. I was like, all right, well, if I keep this vehicle, it's going to cost me a crap ton of money, but at the same time, it's not necessarily costing me money. It's kind of like parking my money just because of value retention and the depreciation we've seen on the FK8 generation. But I just started to do my pros and cons, and I mean, a lot of people in the comments overwhelmingly wanted me to keep it. Sorry to disappoint there. I mean, I did gain a lot of subscribers from my video. But I mean, if you stick around, I'm still heavily involved in the car world. Later this year, I will be showing my friend's Swathers Blue 488 Spider, so you will get a video of a very rare Ferrari colored 488, and I mean, it's a $25,000 paint option, Ferrari historic color, so that should be a cool video when it comes. But just talking about this car, I mean, the person who's acquiring it, I mean, the story he gave me, whether true or not, I mean, I believed it, was his good friend of 30 plus years passed away. He was a really big Honda guy, and in memory of his friend, who was a really big Honda guy, he's purchasing this car on behalf of him to add to his collection. That's all I really want to say about the details of the transaction. But I mean, it is going to go to a good home. And oddly enough, later this year, when Amelia Island Concourse de Elegance happens up in Amelia Island, since he has a warehouse out there full of cars, if he allows me to record, you will get a cool video of his shop, of his warehouse, of his collection. And so maybe we'll come back in contact with the old Type R again. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed my first video where I talked about how I acquired it. Now this is my departure video of how I sold it. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I listed it initially on the eBay marketplace or eBay Motors, and I had never even sold a car in my life, let alone like private party. And so most of the time I would just trade in my car to the dealership, forget about it. They take care of everything. And this one, I went out on a limb. I listed it on eBay Motors, or initially I listed it on the Obsessed Garage Facebook Marketplace group. Got completely, and I mean completely, flamed by people online. People were like, "You are nuts for posting your car for that much." And sooner or later, it did sell. So there goes the Facebook people. Y'all are idiots. But I mean, what did you expect? It's Facebook. And so I initially took down that listing because, man, people are ruthless on the internet. But yeah, with that being said, for the future, I think I'm going to start making different car videos. I mean, maybe someone wants to see my dad's Corvette. I'll do a walk around. We'll do a drive in that one and just generally talk about Corvettes, maybe Corvette history. Maybe I'll make a video on Honda's history of some sort. But I mean, I do have a lot of friends with a lot of cool cars. Billy, if you're watching this video, maybe we can do one on your 370Z, because you've had that for as long as I've known you, when we were in college. So I mean, that would be a cool video. But just generally speaking, I mean, my videos, I normally make things about what I like. And I mean, I mainly like three things: real estate, finance, and cars. You've already seen one on cars. So the next one is real estate and or finance. So, I mean, if you're interested in that, stay tuned to the channel. I will be coming out with more things about finance. I had some people ask, what do you do for a living? Well, I mean, I work in the defense industry. Pretty generic and boring. But I am very frugal. I do practice FIRE, which is financial independence, retire early. And I was thinking of actually making videos talking more about what is FIRE, what does that mean for you, how can you get involved, and just generally like building your wealth and net worth, because those are the things I'm genuinely interested in. And it was kind of funny because I think there was a comment, one guy's like, dang, you're 24 and you've had 2 cars. And it's like, oh, excuse the noise. I mean, I generally spend money on nothing. Like, if you know me personally, you know I'm like the cheapest dude in the world. And I am always just like researching and reading about what's the next best investment. And at the end of the day, I mean, I do really boring investments. Like Vanguard, that's my go-to, that's my bread and butter. And Apple, I absolutely love Apple. And so those are really the main companies that I focus on. But going back to the car, it did sell. It sold for $58,000, because I know a lot of people were asking, what are you going to sell it for? How much? I'm interested. What's your Instagram? What's your email? And the vehicle is now accounted for. But I mean, in the future, you never know what I'll get. I think I will save up for a 997.2 GT3 RS, because that is my all-time dream car. Funny story, my fiance, when we first met, for my birthday that year, she actually bought me a die cast of a Viper Green 997 GT3 RS, and I still have that car till this day. And so, me being the cheesy guy that I am, I put 2 little sticky notes, and I drew my stick figure self of myself and her, put them in the car. And so, you know how they say create a vision board? Well, I have a 3D vision board where it's that car with the 2 little stick figure people, and that's like my dream car to go to. But that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. Comment. And if you are based in the Orlando, Florida region, and you want to talk about your car, how you acquired it, your story behind it, and just do like a little casual sit down and talk to the camera, I'd be more than happy to film with you. With that being said, thank you for watching.